Timey-Wimey Tea Time. Me gusta.
You're listening to the Timey-Wimey Tea Time Podcast, a GeekyAntics.ne production, where lovely and amazing people talk and ponder anything and everything about Doctor Who, science fiction, fantasy, zombies, the end of the world, creativity, writing, and, oh heck yes, anything else that geeks speak, question, and think.
All right. It's the post show.
Yeah. There was a lot of quality in this show. I'm very pleased with that. I'm serious. I mean, we didn't just take it deep, but we kept bringing it. I hope that people will like that, but we'll see.
They like it already. The only issue we have right now is that
I'm a noob.
No, stop it. Stop it. It's like I think we were talking about it just yesterday. People love visual formats, and video's great. We know we have to be there, and that's why we syndicate through YouTube. But we would love people to come on Twitch. Even if you're not a gamer, Twitch is becoming more than that, and also listen to the audio podcast. We clean up a lot more of the audio. Like Andy was giving us a hard time. He's like, "There's too much reverb on the beat." I was like, "Well, did you make a beat for us?" No. I love you, bro. Well, he could even do a bumper for us. He couldn't even do a bumper for us.
Maybe he can help. Maybe he'll find more time to do that. Maybe he can do it for us for our premiere all games show.
Maybe. Well, I do clean up the audio a lot more for when
it's hard work. Yeah, you did a good job.
And there are gonna be other iterations in that theme song, but we would love more support. We like the feedback. The feedback is good, but opinions don't get things done. Now, if you want to contribute to the show,
right.
wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Everybody has an opinion.
We love contributions. Someone thinks they can do a better song or whatever. Yeah. Contact us at Farina or at Yogizilla. We'll get excited. That would be very exciting.
Well, yeah, and supposedly Andy, aka Spathyzilla, the other Zilla of the gang.
Andy, yes.
He's got a bumper for us. So we might have a treat next week.
That would be awesome.
No, I didn't record that. I thought it might be on one of the, it may have been lost. You have to record a formal one, Andy. Yeah, we were having a conversation before, and he just ad-libbed some stuff.
And I want to hear it. Can you play it?
No, I don't have it because it was one of those things that was lost in the aftermath of Twitch deleting their old VODs.
Oh, that's a shame. When are we gonna get Andy on the show?
I don't know. He's a little bit shy when it comes to that. He'd rather just troll us from the chat, but we love him anyway. I tell him he's got a great voice. He goes deep. The only thing he might have an issue with is that he does tend to be a little more risque, and we are trying to keep this family friendly. Just, be mindful of our partners and different platforms that we syndicate to.
Right.
Just, and keep the sensitivity going. People appreciate that. But yes, we do want to say we appreciate Andy's efforts. he has made it possible for us to simulcast to multiple channels, and hopefully we'll be able to get it so that we could customize the simulcast sources, so then we could simulcast the Geeky Antics and the All Games channel when we do the test run.
Right.
And it's gonna be a hit. The main thing is we need people to come in the chat, on twitch.tv/GeekyAntics, and on All Games, go on the IRC. You can just go right from the website, allgames.com, and you'll be able to go listen live. We also got Horseplay Live. It's a little more hardcore, but if you like geek culture as a whole and you don't get offended easily, if you like gaming, check us out. We're the radio show.
If you like MOBAs, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me. I'm sorry. Forgive me. That wasn't me speaking. I was possessed. Now you've gone silent on me.
Yeah, because, one,
right.
I'm replying to Andy, and two, I'm not going to entertain that. Somewhat, do not be part of the hate.
Okay.
I
have to work on it, man.
Yeah, man.
I have to work on the beauty.
I mean, think about it. It's like the whole Ferguson situation. This is what happened with MOBAs too. Like, yes, MOBAs do tend to have toxic people, but if you hate MOBAs, you become part of the problem.
Yes. Because
you can't just say broad stroke all MOBAs suck. Now, if you generally say, "Oh, I just don't like,"
I didn't say they suck.
No, I'm saying I'm making an observation. I'm saying you did. I'm saying I'm making an observation. If you generally don't like the gameplay, then that's fair. That's fair.
Timo not is for cute. Timo is very cute.
Oh, everybody loves Timo.
Reporting for duty.
Exactly. Andy says we should triple stream. Well, we can't. We can't do that because All Games has their own stuff. We can't always stream to their channel. Only for when we have our shows on their schedule. So we need to figure out a way to do that. If not, I think I might have a solution. I might use a Flash encoder to do that, and then send it to multiple sources. I'm thinking about it, how to do it. I think YoCast might be an option too. Go ghetto on it. YoCast is a little ghetto. But yeah, just back to that. I don't talk politics much, but it's like I've asked people. It's like, you're fighting against racism, but you don't see that it's a two-way street.
Right.
It's not just something that happens to black people. It happens to Latinos, Asians, white people.
It happens to everyone.
It happens to everyone. And
rejection is bad.
Yeah. And
no more rejection.
No more rejection. No more hate. I mean, we all tend to prejudge. Mm-hmm. We all have generalizations. No one can say they are free of those completely. That's BS.
Right.
Because there's things that we're conditioned by the society, by our upbringing, those close to us, those dear to us, things that we take in. It might be things that we read,
sure,
things that we listen to, reality television.
Well, the thing about rejection is it can be a chicken and egg situation. It's hard to tell when you start rejecting the world and when the world start rejecting you. And it's usually a vicious cycle.
It is. Someone's got to be the better person to stop it.
Right.
Because you can't, to unravel that mystery is like, well, when is the end of me the start of you? Where do I end and you start? I mean, seriously. If you're going to get into that kind of weird, kind of, contemplative, introspective, I don't know. This is gobbledygook. The simple issue is, well, am I going to be a part of the problem or the part of the answer?
Right. And the answer is love.
Yeah, exactly. Hate begets more hate.
It does.
Like I get it. In the Ferguson case, I said there's evidence pointing to the fact that there was pausing between the gunshots, and all this stuff. And the cop probably handled it wrong. But again, think about it. What would you do if you're under duress and you're scared?
Sure.
Do we know that he's scared because the person happened to be black? Or was it the fact that the kids confronted him and it freaked him out?
Right.
Like, man, this guy might have a gun. I don't know what's gonna happen. You can't. No one can say they're in their head. It's all assumption. And when you start assuming, that's a bias in itself, and that's racism as well. You assume because it's a white person, the black person, racism was there.
Right.
And
hate goes beyond color, unfortunately.
It does.
And
why can't we? I think we also have to judge things more objectively. If someone does an asshole thing, and they there's repercussions, I think we need to be able to accept that too, and consider that as a possibility.
Right.
Someone slapped me in the face. I don't care if they're white, purple, yellow, orangutans, cats. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I might end up responding in kind, regardless of who they are or where they come from. So, that's just my thing. But Doctor Who does a really good job of teaching about compassion.
Yes.
There's been plenty of times the Doctor could just lay the smack down.
Exactly. I mean, with all his time traveling experience, he hasn't come across a good laser gun. Of course he has. Of course he has. So.
Well, even the Time Lords themselves, they had the weapon of mass destruction.
Right.
They had the whole vault with all kinds of crazy relics and weapons. He could have stolen that stuff along with the TARDIS and just gone ham on people. Plus, there's also rooms in the TARDIS that have never been discovered. There's all kinds of stuff waiting in those rooms. The TARDIS is huge. It's massive. It's big on the inside.
We got to get into that one day. The world inside the TARDIS.
So far, like the stuff they let us that they've shown.
That would be awesome.
Because they showed the massive library. That that was cool. I was like, oh man, that's pretty neat. Like, what else have they shown inside? Oh, the pool. He always says, "Be careful of the pool. Don't fall into the pool."
Right. I remember an ocean.
There was an ocean inside of there too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but there was definitely a pool because there was a part when the TARDIS, I think it was this is Matt Smith era as well. The TARDIS was like laying on its side, and they climbed into it and they jumped into the TARDIS and they said, "Be careful not to fall into the pool." And you hear a splash. It may have been Tenet because I think I have that on my DVD box set. I don't own too many box sets and DVDs because then after a while it's like just surrounded in junk. But I had to own some Doctor Who physically. The digital stuff is nice, but something about having it in your hands. And I need to have something of the new series. And a Wonderful Family got me a bunch of Doctor Who stuff for my birthday.
Nice.
It was cool. I got like 4 different sonic screwdrivers. And then the Doctor Who mug that shows up on the video stream sometimes. A lot of cool swag. A lot of Doctor Who socks.
Okay. What are Doctor Who socks? What do they look like?
One's they're like mostly dress socks. But I wear them around the house. One's a Dalek one, and it says exterminate. I gotta tuck away. I gotta wear them more often. I still think I want to appreciate them. Now that winter's coming, I wear socks more often.
You're not a sock guy, huh?
No, not around the house.
I'm not a sock guy.
Yeah, so. Around the house, there's no real point. Unless it's cold. I don't like having cold feet.
Right.
The rest of me could be cold, but cold feet, no, I don't like it. I put the socks on to be toasty. So yeah, there might be some League of Legends playing and some Hearthstone playing later on. I do need to take a break. I need more caffeination and nicotine.
Yeah, you've been thirsty. You didn't have anything to drink at your hand.
Yeah, my voice only cracked once.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad at all. But yeah, I also got the munchies. I don't know how people do it when they're on a diet. Like to just like have, I'm just gonna have this handful of nuts and berries, or I'm gonna eat this tiny bowl of oatmeal. It just leaves me feel. I'm like, my tummy's rumbling. I don't feel satisfied. I don't know.
I got another poem, man.
You got what?
I got another poem.
Right now?
Yeah. You gonna let me do it?
Go for it.
I know it's kind of weird. I'm just throwing it out there. Now, I found this poem yesterday that made me think of the doctor, and it was originally done in Spanish. So the poet's Spanish, Juan Ramon Jimenez. Did I say it right? Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe. Translated by Robert Bly. The title is "I Am Not I." It also kind of relates to what we're talking about, hate and love and stuff. I am not I. I am this one, walking beside whom at times I manage to visit, and whom at other times I forget, who remains calm and silent while I talk, and forgives gently when I hate, who walks where I am not, who will remain standing when I die. I don't know. You think it reminds you of Doctor Who a little bit? Maybe.
Yeah. There's a sense of compassion there.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a big thing. Unless the doctor becomes a dangerous doctor. Which again, I'm really thinking all this talk of soldiers and
Rusty.
Yeah, he's kind of like a loose cannon.
He's a major loose cannon out there.
The doctor's not really himself. Clara might piss him off. She keeps slapping him. It's a recipe.
It's not the first time he's been slapped.
It's not.
Wasn't he slapped by somebody's mother?
I'm sure Donna slapped him plenty of times too.
Oh, Donna slapped him.
Yeah.
But she had a reason. She slapped him, I think, when he took her out of her wedding.
Yeah.
That's justifiable.
Yes. Yeah, because
weddings cost money.
Yeah, and he was always like, he had the worst timing. So, but the Clara slap was just it felt so out of place.
It was. I mean, couldn't she have grabbed his lapels and spoke to him with an impassioned plea? No. She was walking all over him. And she's supposed to help him.
Yeah.
Not torment him.
I hope there's more to the tension between them besides the fact that he's just not pretty. He's not a pretty boy.
He is pretty for his age.
No. Well, he's handsome.
Yes, he is handsome.
But he's not a pretty boy.
Yeah, he's not.
It's a different kind of beauty.
He's not a boy toy.
Yeah. And, I really hope there's more to it than that. Because, we can't say, hey, we're going to have a non-flirty doctor to show that we can keep the show interesting without the teeny bopper elements and the borderline chauvinistic, misogynistic themes, right?
Right.
Arguably, they're that, depending who you ask. But then, you're gonna make, Clara a complete coqueta, as we'd say in Spanish. And she's throwing a hissy fit because he's not a pretty boy? He's not a boy toy? No, come on, I can't accept that. Right. I want to give Clara more credit than that. I think she's deeper than that. She's got more substance and self-worth than to make that such a huge issue.
Right.
That is a superficial issue she has. It's an extension of something else. There's another deeper, a root cause in there that hasn't been uncovered yet, and I can't wait to see what that is.
Maybe tonight, huh?
Oh,
wouldn't that be nice?
Rubbing of the hands. So back to storytelling. So I might have like 3 or 4 more pieces coming the next couple of weeks or so.
Awesome. I want to see more. I do. I like the fact that there's laughter there. There's laughter to be found in your writing. I'm not talking about laughing at you. Okay, don't go there.
Well, even the choice of some of my words were meant to make you laugh. Like, really, of all those words, that's what you chose for that?
And I liked how you put some Spanish in there. That was
Yes.
cool. That was very cool.
And I hope I provided enough context clues so you could figure out what the Spanish says pretty easily.
Yeah, I think it was obvious.
So I might do an all Spanish piece because
Oh.
that'd be a little more challenging. That probably won't be flash fiction because I probably have to do that in several sittings.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like even though I grew up learning Spanish first,
Right.
I feel like Spanish is more poetic at times.
Sure.
Um,
All the Latin languages are more poetic.
yeah, it just works out that way. I might even just do some haikus.
Hey, that would be cool.
A haiku about Stan.
I
What's the meter of a haiku? Is it 3-3-5-3?
think it's 575.
Is it 575? Yeah, you're right. It is 575 because you could. They're pretty lengthy in that.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's like Stan walked down.
Going spontaneous on us, right?
The what?
You going spontaneous, huh?
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
You're inspired.
I was about to, but I said no.
Oh,
But I'll probably make one. I'll probably make one just to like bust your chops. Something about you in your garden.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I always noticed like a lot of haikus I used to love reading. I'm kind of out of the scene as far as reading, consumption and enjoying poetry. But now that I'll catch stuff on like Tumblr, Tumblr's really good in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I feel like a lot of haikus always like they start off happy. It's like a bubbling brook, unfestered, and then it'll end with "die in a chemical fire, you bastard." Like what? How did you get there?
Yeah, well, because they didn't realize that. So haiku is not just about the 575 formula. It's also supposed to liberate us to experience beauty. We're back to that theme again. And so modern haiku writing, and they just go with, how many sounds is going on in each line. But where's the beauty? Because that's what it's supposed to be.
Well, yeah, I'm exaggerating for illustrative purposes, but it'll be.
No, you're right. I even made the same mistake because I tried doing some haiku a couple years ago, and it was all dark and unhappy.
Yeah, that's why I always was drawn to haikus years ago, is because it's a lot of nature, a lot of beauty, a lot of just surrendering to the moment, and you got that symbolism there of like bubbly brooks and cascading waterfalls and leaves falling down slowly. It's kind of like the same. I like haikus, classic haikus more than the modern stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For the same reasons I was always drawn to like say a Robert Frost. As far as poets go, more the contemporary poets. I always loved.
Frost was awesome.
Yeah, I loved his
And
work.
I took the road less traveled by.
Yes.
Huh?
That's me to a T, brother.
Yeah.
You always saying I'm a rebel. That poem has stuck with me all my life.
Mm-hmm.
I've always taken that path less traveled. So that's just yeah. I'm just not a rebel for the sake of being a rebel, or I don't seek to be controversial for the sake of being controversial. But I feel like there's always a calling, and I don't go for the immediate answer.
Right.
I dig deeper. So is this the best way? I just don't accept it. People say, yeah, this is the only way you could do this. Well, is it really? There has to be a better way. Let me see before I accept that truth. Your truth
Right.
doesn't have to be my truth. I respect your truth. I understand. I accept it, but I don't have to understand it and make it my own. But I'll try to. I'll try to understand it, and if it's good, I'll accept it. That's the way I approach things. You know what I mean, brother?
I hear you.
Well, that.
Can I go eat now?
Yeah. I'm really
After
hungry
you
too.
made me so hungry.
I'm sorry, bro, but you got me all contemplative. I'm rather
That's good.
pensive. I'm hungry.
Hungry and pensive.
Hungry and pensive. That might be the next podcast. Or maybe that'll be the name of this episode. Hungry and pensive for Doctor Who. Oh man, I can't wait for tonight.
Yeah.
One last thing. We didn't mean to rewatch episode 2 and 1 together so we could comment on them further. But we'll still watch them. So when we talk about episode 3, we could bring it all together and draw more of those tangents. So this weekend we'll be busy. We'll be busy doing some real Whovian happy time, fun time.
Oh yeah.
But all right, I know you're hungry, but we're gonna play the outro music one more time.
All right.
Because it makes you happy, and then we'll go eat.
It does. Me gusta.
It makes me happy too. Here we go. And the bumper too. I love this bumper.
You're listening to the Timey-Wimey Tea Time Podcast, a GeekyAntics.ne production where lovely and amazing people talk and ponder anything and everything about Doctor Who, science fiction, fantasy, zombies, the end of the world, creativity, writing, and, oh heck yes, anything else that geeks speak, question, and think.
Timey-Wimey Tea Time. Me gusta.